Welcome to the Geekery, where we feed your inner geek. I'm Patrick.
I'm Haley.
And my name is Drake.
And this is a Geekery discussion. All right, so we're moving on. It was a big week for the gaming world. Last week was E3.
Yes, and yet I was not invited again.
I know. Again, I did not get my press passes this year. I don't know who I have to talk to.
For shame.
But so before we get into the discussion, Haley, you're not terribly familiar with E3, correct?
No, I honestly have no idea. If we were talking Dungeons and Dragons gaming, then I'd be
Tabletop,
good.
yeah.
Tabletop, let's get out the 20-sided dice.
What was the last video game you played?
Mario Kart.
Nice.
I got Rainbow Road down.
Nice.
But
hey, that gives you cred. Who's your character? Who are you driving with?
I usually I do Yoshi.
That's always the answer.
Okay.
That's
What?
the answer. Oh yeah.
No, Mario's okay, another discussion for another time.
Yeah.
I mean, I do Mario occasionally.
Well, if you're like Haley, which is awesome, you don't know what E3 is. E3 is basically the yearly gathering of video game publishers, companies, where they do press conferences and they tell us why we should buy their crap. Yeah. So, the big three in particular, Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo, will tell you, here's what's coming out. Buy our systems. Publishers like Bethesda, EA, Ubisoft, however you pronounce that.
Ubisoft?
Yeah.
Ubisoft.
That's the thing.
Right.
Here's what's coming out in the 100th Assassin's Creed game. So,
okay, so here's what we'll go through. There's a couple winners, a couple losers, what we thought. So my first thing, my biggest winner, in my opinion, of this whole E3, and this may just be my excitement for it, is the AR, artificial reality, right?
really?
Yeah, so Microsoft showed off what they call their Hololens recently. And so it was an amazing thing. It's a VR, virtual reality kind of thing where you're wearing the face mask.
I want you to use more quotes.
Yeah, more something ours. But so it starts off, you're just watching this guy play, and it just kind of looks like you're projecting, it was Minecraft at the time, on this screen. But they've equipped the camera with another one of the HoloLens devices, so the camera is seeing what they're seeing. So this guy takes his game off the wall, and he's got this kind of rectangular table, and he basically tells the thing to put his Minecraft town on the table.
That's cool.
So he's living Star Trek.
Yes. And so the table disintegrates, the top, it falls through, and up comes his Minecraft town in 3 dimensions. And so it's kind of cool, and you're like, okay, but I've kind of seen stuff like this. The amazing part was when they went to the camera that didn't have the HoloLens on it, and you realize that, oh my gosh, there is actually nothing on this table. It's just a table. But this guy was able to have, in 3 dimensions, his town.
So basically, if you're alive, that looked really goofy. This guy's like,
right, yeah, so he's pinching zoom, he's dragging it, but it's this actual 3D sculpture of this thing. So it was mind-blowing to me, mind-blowing. And I absolutely think that in the next few years, and even right now, VR and AR is where we're headed. Whether it will be gimmicky or kind of like what Kinect was, which with more air quotes, what Kinect was, like a kind of a fad, I'm not sure yet. But this was the first time I saw something, and I was like, wow, that's absolutely amazing.
Now, the technology is cool, but here's my question with it. Do you think people would actually buy it? So, what do you think?
Well, I mean, nerdy guys, any new video game. I like guy friends who I've heard talk about video game stuff. They're like, oh, we got to get this. It's so cool. That's the next best thing. So I feel like people would.
Do you think
that sounds cool to me? Like I build stuff. Like that's what Iron Man does in the movie.
Actually, yeah. So let me ask you then this, Haley. Do you think would you spend $500 on it?
Me personally?
Yeah. It sounds cool to you. Would you spend $500 on it?
I know you love playing Minecraft.
I love playing Minecraft. Me personally, no, I wouldn't.
So what for you as
I'd go over to someone's house who had it.
As a casual gamer at best, what would be a price point? What would get you if the HoloLens was $200?
I think that'd be more reasonable. If it was $200,
does that not scare you off?
Yeah, it doesn't scare me as much. I mean, $500 as a recent college grad who has no money, that's a big investment. That's a big investment.
Well, that is the price of a console.
At launch, a lot of these consoles are even $350 now. You know what I mean? I think the price point is going to be interesting to see. It does either seem like it's going to appeal to the intense hardcore gamers, and then maybe the couch gamers, but that kind of middle market, I'm not sure. It really depends on how much it is. It's certainly not going to be $99.
Yeah.
Hopefully, it's not going to be $500. But I think that'll depend on that'll be the make or break, and to see what games you can play on it.
Yeah, that's true.
They showed you Minecraft, and that was super cool. But you can't go out and buy a Hololens right now and play Minecraft like that.
That's true. Yeah.
And so I am excited to see where that technology leads.
Yeah.
If I can project you into my living room and hang out, like, that'd be pretty cool. Like, here's my 12-inch tray standing on the table.
We have taken stalking to a new level.
Right? That's
through
awesome.
Through this virtual reality.
But my worry is this is going to be, this probably will mean nothing to you, but this will be what Milo was for Connect. Where it's like, here's this like virtual person, and you interact with them, and you're like, this is awesome and super creepy. And then they're like, yeah, actually, we're not really doing that.
Well, Milo was just a tech demo that never made it to fruition.
Totally.
Even though
and that's where we're at with this.
True.
It was a tech demo.
And I think HoloLens on Microsoft has more backing, but I think what's unique about that is at E3, Microsoft also showed off a partnership with the Oculus Rift.
Yeah,
which is so are these not competing products? So I'm a little confused by that now. So.
I don't know. Well, here, last thought on the HoloLens, which is what I love. The Minecraft thing is cool because Minecraft is basically like Legos if you had an infinite amount of Legos, right? You can just build your stuff. And so now you can kind of have those infinite amount of Legos, but still have like a three-dimensional thing. And so I think it's kind of, it would scratch that itch of like, if I could just build anything on my table, like it would be this. And so, I don't know, if they do have that partnership with Minecraft, I think it'd be amazing because there's already so many cool mods for that. It'd be really cool. Anyway, Dre, do you have any losers from E3?
I do. I would say, there were a lot of highlights of E3 for me. I think Sony made some crazy announcements with Final Fantasy VII Remake, Last Guardian, out of they've been working on that game for 50 years, I assume. To me, my loser for E3, and this may be kind of controversial, but it is the internet. I think Nintendo.
Really?
I think Nintendo pretty royally lost E3. I apologize for your Mario.
That's the one thing I know.
Don't we always feel like this with Nintendo, though?
No, I don't.
Really?
I feel like last year, I don't feel like they won last year, but I feel like they had a better showing. So, first of all, what the heck is going on with Nintendo? Because if you look at the Wii U in general, it's sold 9 million, 10 million units, and both Xbox One and PS4 are beating it. And Nintendo had 1 year. They gave you this with a gamepad in a world where we have iPads and iPhones to kind of control, and they launched it with no games. And so last year, first of all, Nintendo doesn't even do an actual press conference. They do a video Nintendo Direct, which can have advantages. You can...
Yeah, Japan is really far away. That's a lot of money to fly people in. That's where they're from.
But they can control the time better.
They can control time?
They are time travel. Nintendo's created time travel. That is
amazing.
A good thing. But I think, here's the disappointment. So last year, they go to the Nintendo Direct, and last year, Sony and Microsoft brought a game, right? And you go to the Nintendo Direct, which is always last, and they tell you a lot about Smash Brothers, which is a big anticipated game. We start hearing about Mario Maker, where you get to make your own Super Mario Brothers levels, which is awesome. They talk about DLC for Mario Kart, another great game. And then they drop a bomb and show you a trailer for Zelda, the property that everybody's waiting for. So we go into this E3 going, okay, Nintendo, what are you going to give us? Now you're walking in with disappointment because they said going in, we're not going to show Zelda.
Yeah.
And that's kind of, as a Nintendo fan, the game we're kind of waiting for. The one big reason, because we have Smash, we have Mario Kart, we have a Donkey Kong. So they open with Star Fox. And I'm like...
I remember that.
You remember Star Fox?
My cousin played that.
You like the little...
Yes, I got something!
Yes!
I'm tracking!
Star Fox. There we go. But it looks like a Super Nintendo game.
Yeah, it's true.
And then they kind of go on, and then, they show you Yoshi's Woolly World, which is adorable. But it's not a system seller. They show you a little bit of Super Mario Maker, and then they show you, this game in Japanese.
Yeah.
You remember that? They're it didn't tell you what it was.
Is that the one you're is this a dance game? Is this a...
I don't know what it is.
I didn't know what it was.
I do not read Japanese. And
you don't?
I don't. I wish that was in my skill set. Then I would rule.
The press conference would have been way better for you.
But this game is the best.
Yeah.
But they brought people have been waiting for a Metroid game, and they give you this weird Metroid soccer spin-off, They tell you the Zelda game is the Hyrule Warriors on the 3DS. Basically, you waited for them to give you this one reason why you're excited to be a Nintendo fan, and they just let you down.
Well, so here's my pushback on this, and I think people don't see it this way, but I'm about to drop a truth bomb. When we're looking at Microsoft, so Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and Wii U, we see them as competitors.
Yes.
They're not, though. And here's why. PlayStation 4 and Microsoft, or Xbox One, competitors, absolutely.
Okay.
The Wii U, they don't care. They don't. Their price point is far different. They don't care about having the same graphics as everything. I'm not going to play Far Cry 4 on my Wii U. It's a different market. It's a different demographic. It's not competing in that market. And actually, the Wii U is the only console that makes a significant amount of money on every unit sold.
True.
Those other two consoles lose money every time you buy one.
Now, hold on.
Wait, hold on though.
I got my finger up too.
It is getting. I just feel like I need to.
Hold on.
We just ET. Okay, continue.
Here's my thought. You have an Xbox One, correct?
Yes, I do.
Do you have a PlayStation 4?
Proudly. No, I do not.
But do you have a Wii U?
Yes.
Okay, that's why they're not competing. Because you can have an Xbox One and a Wii U, or a PlayStation 4 and a Wii U in your house, but you're rarely going to find people, there are people out there, who are going to have both of those PlayStation and Microsoft consoles.
This is like such a big deal.
It's a different market. It is an absolutely different market.
Now, okay, here's what I'm going to say. I agree with you completely that Nintendo isn't, nor should they be competing with Sony and Microsoft. Sony and Microsoft are the Godzilla versus King Kong battle of the video game world. The thing that disappoints me in Nintendo is their fan base is probably one of the most loyal fan bases in all of fandoms and all of geekdom, and they're letting us down.
That's fair.
Because look at it, Sony and Microsoft have what's called third-party games, meaning they do games themselves and they have other companies make games for them. Nintendo doesn't have that really. They don't have third-party support. They just make Nintendo games, and Nintendo fans will buy a system just for the Nintendo games, and they're not giving us that.
That's true. It also does play into my point that they are their own thing.
And
you're correct. They're not giving you the things. But this has been true even back when the Wii came out.
But I don't want. But to that credit, but they made the Wii appealing to grandmas.
Sure. Which is the only place that has it.
Did you have a Wii, Haley? Did you play the Wii?
I didn't. My mom wasn't big on the video game.
Okay. But did you ever go and play?
Wii Sports. Yeah, I do the jumpy raft thing and the whatever tennis.
Just try not to throw.
See, I'm so bad. I don't even know the proper names of these games.
It's pretty close.
It's okay. The jumping tennis raft thing.
Yeah.
I like that. I don't need Wii to compete with people. I need Nintendo to honor Nintendo fans.
Totally.
And that means I'm not even asking for a lot, Nintendo. I know you're a fan of the show. Just give me something, anything.
Well, you heard it, Nintendo. Something, anything. I have one more loser here that I feel like I have to point out.
Okay.
And it is, hear me out, it is Tomb Raider's release date. Not Tomb Raider, but the release date. Now, if you weren't paying attention, you may have missed it. I believe November 10th is the release date for the new Tomb Raider game, which looks amazing.
It does.
It is also the release date for Fallout 4.
Get out of the way, Tomb Raider.
Yeah, everybody is going to
get
Fallout 4. It's like a 700-hour game. People want that.
I know what Fallout 4 is.
And to release...
Haley knows what Fallout 4 is.
She will get it before she gets Tomb Raider. But the last Tomb Raider game was so fun.
You're right.
It was so good. And to be competing on launch with Fallout 4 just seems ridiculous. Now, who knows if those dates will get moved?
I think it would be... I would put money on the fact that Tomb Raider is going to get moved. Early 2016. Because you can't. If you're...
Well, did you think they didn't know?
I think I do.
They got there and they went to the Bethesda conference and they're like, oh crap. Is it too late to change the graphic that says November 10th?
Over at kind of Funny Games, Colin Moriarty, one of their on-air guys, had said if you're not Assassin's Creed, if you're not Call of Duty, if you're not Halo, get out of November.
Totally.
Because of Fallout 4, and I agree with him.
Yeah, so. I think you get out of November, get out of December.
Yeah.
I mean, you miss the holidays, but everyone's going to be buying
yeah.
Fallout 4. Hey, so we want to know what you think. Let us know what your E3 winners and losers were. Let you know, do you agree with what we're talking about? Do you think the Wii U is not a competitor, or that it is? Do you think the Hololens is going to be amazing? Do you think that Nintendo lost E3? We want to hear about it, so sound off in the comments.
Hey, what game should Haley play as her first video game? Tell Haley what she should play to get a video game education.
We
Tell
can
us
do some Let's Plays with Haley.
I will do that.
So that'll be amazing. We'll see you next time on the Geekery.
Bye.